What if I told you that the best salespeople are not the best talkers? They're the best listeners. If your prospects are tuning you out or ghosting you, it's not because they're not interested. It's because you're answering questions that they have not asked you yet. Great questions unlock real needs, and real needs unlock real sales. Most salespeople rely on delivering the perfect presentation. But what if the real power lies in how you lead the conversation before the sales presentation even begins? Because when you ask the right questions, your clients feel understood. People don't buy when they understand you. They buy when you understand them. Later in this video, I'll share with you a question that I asked that turned a deal completely around even after I thought I had lost it. But first, let's break down the strategy behind asking the right questions at the right time. The foundation of every great sale is built on trust, and trust is built through listening. Most people are skeptical when it comes to being sold to, but when you ask meaningful, open-ended questions, it tells the prospect that it's not about me, it's about you. Instead of asking, what budget do you have? Try asking, what have you tried so far and how has that worked for you? That will uncover pain points without being invasive. Once I was on a call with a client who is completely guarded. But once I asked, what does success look like for you 6 months from now? Boom! Their tone changed, the wall came down, and I had a real conversation. But how do you guide the conversation without it feeling like an interrogation? You start wide and then you narrow in. Think of your questioning like a funnel. You begin broad and then you narrow it down to the specifics until you uncover their buying triggers. A sample sequence could go like this. Tell me about your current processes. Oh, what's the most frustrating part about that? Wow. How much is that costing you in time and possibly even money? The beauty of this structure is that it organically leads your prospects to recognize their own pain. And you don't have to sell them on it because they sell themselves. But how do you adapt your questions to different types of buyers? Different clients respond to different angles. So your questions must match their communication style. Using the Merrill Wilson social styles model, there are 4 different personality types. Number 1 is the analytical. They want precision. So you ask them, what type of data do you rely on in making your decision? Number 2, the driver. They want efficiency. So you ask them, how fast would you like to solve this problem? Number 3, amiables. They want harmony. So you want to ask questions like this. How would this improve the relationships for the people that you work with? And number 4, the expressives. They're vision centered. So you want to ask them questions about the long-term impact. You might sound like this. How would this affect your company over the long term? Now, what if you could systematize your questions so that you're never caught off guard? Preparation beats persuasion. Top performers have a list of go-to questions that they can adapt to any conversation. These aren't scripts. They are the tools of the trade. Here's a quick way to develop your own personal question bank. First, write down the top 3 pain points that your ideal clients typically face. Then write down 3 discovery questions for each one of those pain points. Now, write down 3 follow-up questions to deepen your understanding. That's 9 questions that you can mix and match and adapt to any situation at any moment. I once saved a stalled deal by simply asking one of my standard questions. I simply asked them, "What's at risk if you don't make a decision in the next 30 days?" That question, it reignited their urgency, and I ended up getting a signature. And once your questions start to reveal real objections, how do you answer them without losing the sale? Now that you've learned how powerful asking the right questions can be, it's time to learn the next step, and that is how to handle objections with grace and with skill. Because asking the right questions opens the door. Handling their objections keeps the deal alive. I'll show you how to diffuse resistance and to reframe hesitations and turn objections into sales opportunities in the next video.